Hey everybody, it's Jo Carter here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog. So I've decided I really enjoy watching reading vlogs and I enjoy filming them. So if I'm not comfortable with doing a weekly one because I feel like not enough happens in my reading life to be doing a weekly one, then I'm going to do a fortnightly one. So it's going to be like less often updates, not every day, probably only every few days or only like twice a week for the fortnight. And then I will get to do that because that's really fun and it's a good video idea. So today is Wednesday, something of June. I'll put it up what it is. I'm getting ready for work. It's like 7:30 in the morning or something, 7:20. I'm a bit later, but I have been later because as well as reading in the morning like I do, I've also been researching honeymoon destinations. So we're planning on getting married in March next year, wanting like a wedding with 90-ish people. So I'm trying a side part at the moment and my hair's not happy. To just see how restrictions goes. We haven't booked anything yet because one of Daniel's best men is a race car driver and their schedule isn't out yet for next year, but it's like a point system, so if he misses one race it kind of absolutely screws up his like whole career trajectory for that year. So I'm happy to wait. The calendar should be coming out in October, but that also means that hopefully I'll know what's going on with COVID because that makes me nervous too. But I've been looking at alternate honeymoon destinations because we were going to Japan and I don't think that's gonna happen next year. So looking at some places in Australia to go to. We're probably thinking like Adelaide to sort of still not spend as much money because we're going to keep the savings to go to Japan next year. So that'll be fun. But I haven't been reading as much because I've been wanting to do that. I'm still puffing along on 3 books at the moment. I'm mainly favouring Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire Illustrated, and I kind of knew that was going to happen because it's Harry Potter, but I'm not very far into it. The other schools have just arrived and they've just revealed the Goblet of Fire. So I'm still like sort of at the beginning, but we're at Hogwarts and stuff now. I'm also reading The Land of the Painted Caves on physical books, and I am nearly halfway through that one, but it's a really big book, so I'll see where I'm going with that. And I'm listening to The Name of the Wind on audio, but even though I'm not dreading listening to it, I'm not excited. So I'll see how we go with that one. I think it'll probably take me most of July to read that one as well, and hopefully I won't DNF it. Hopefully it'll keep me interesting. So I will catch up with you guys again later. Hey guys, so it is Wednesday evening. I actually kind of feel like I wish it was Friday evening or Thursday evening. I wish it was Friday tomorrow, but we've still got a couple more days to go. This is like a week since my last update, Nelly. I think it was on a Thursday, and like I thought, a fortnightly update is going to suit me more because it's still close enough together that it's going to hopefully motivate me to read, but it's not so close that I'm going to have nothing to say because, surprise, surprise, I'm still working on the same 2 books when I started. This has actually inspired me to read a bit more because I keep reading in the morning for like 10 minutes of Harry Potter and just feeling like I'm not getting anywhere with it and also with this. So I read more of the Clan of the Cave Bears. I'm up to page 410, so Goodreads says that I'm actually at the 51% mark, which is fantastic because this is such a chunker. It's definitely not going to be my favourite book in the series. I can already tell that. There is a lot of talk of caves, and I have actually skimmed over a few bits as they were again describing the caves and the Syrian landscape, which is not my favourite. At the moment though, we've reached a camp of sick people and I find that really interesting. The main character in this, Auel, is a medicine woman. She's like a spiritual in training kind of person, but part of that is that she's actually really skilled with medicine from like her in the previous books, and I find that so fascinating. Like I will never get over the medicine woman, healer, doctor, physician trait. I find it that plot line is so interesting, and that trait in a person and career path in a person is so interesting. So now that we're doing more of that, I'm keen and excited. I don't really know where this is really going even halfway through. These books are very much a slice of life. They just sort of go along. They have, some of them are a little bit sort of obvious, the plot of the book, but it's not like, you know, a mystery to solve or you know, trying to defeat a bad guy. It's very much a slice of life, but it is pretty interesting, and I find a lot of the descriptions of food and medicine and clothing really interesting. It's just, for me personally, scenery. I don't know why, I'm just not as into it. And I'm still moving along with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and I'm up to page 214, and it's still really interesting, really relaxing. I'm going to be enjoying it because it's Harry Potter. I heard that there may be a Harry Potter open world game being released on new consoles, but the developers aren't sure because of recently the remarks that J.K. Rowling have said again, and now the developers are kind of like, how do we make this game but like distance ourselves from it? We're afraid that it's not going to sell, and I'm totally mixed on it because I don't want to give more money to her, but I want to play the game. But I am enjoying reading this. We haven't got to the first task yet, but we've found out what happens in the first task. It is interesting reading this. Again, I've read this book as an adult, but I don't remember thinking as much about it, but I'm actually a little bit upset by the dragons and the fact that they're using dragons in the first task, and they're specifically got mother dragons so that they are going to be more ferocious when you take away their eggs. And I'm like, isn't that awful? Like, a terrible abuse of rights of an animal. And it's going to be really interesting to see whether Hermione brings this up, considering that this is the book that she creates Spew. But in saying that, I'm still really enjoying it. It's still fun and it's still easy, and I am looking forward to continuing the rest of it. So I'm going to go, except I'm going to quickly show you my new purchase from the Facebook Marketplace. I've wanted an ottoman for so long, and I actually found one. This is pretty much brand new. The lady that I bought it off bought it only a couple of weeks ago. She advertised it for nearly 50% off because she's moving and just trying to fit everything into what she was moving in. She just couldn't do it, and I jumped on it straight away. I found it within 3 minutes. I happened to be on there at the right time. She had a lot of interest, but this is something that I've wanted for so long. It's great storage as well. You can open up this here. I've already put things in it like my wedding shoes and my odd sock box just to tidy things up. It's really sturdy. It's a really great quality, and it's such a great find. And I love, for my environmental soul, that it's also secondhand. Even though it's pretty much brand new, I like the fact that I was able to find it secondhand, so that I've taken, you know, something that I could have potentially bought from the production chain. I have taken out that one product and I've decided to buy this instead. So I'm really happy with that it is pre-owned. I try and buy everything pre-owned these days. It doesn't always happen, but I'm really happy to have found this. So expect to see it in a lot more updates because I absolutely love it. See, it's even got like these pretty little things here. It's so nice. I love it. I'll catch up with you guys later, and hopefully I will be close to finishing these books in my next update. Bye. Hey everybody, I'm walking to work. I'm just getting my car serviced, and it's about a 20-minute walk from work, which is really nice in the morning actually. I picked a really good day because it is really nice. It's not freezing cold in winter as it has been. I'm listening more to The Name of the Wind, and it's very much a slice of life book as well. So I think this kind of just, I'm reading so many slice of lives, which kind of makes, you know, them a little bit more boring. But it seems like it's picking up, and he's getting sort of towards the age Quoth is when he's going to the magical university. So I'm hoping that I can just push through and then I'll enjoy that. It's Thursday night and my heart hurts. I've decided to DNF, did not finish, abandon The Clan of the Cave Bears. Not The Clan of the Cave Bears, that's the first one, this is a really good one. The Land of Painted Caves. I've been a bit, as you've seen before, a bit frustrated by it because the first two parts of the book just basically talk about caves and descriptions of caves and yada yada yada, with a bit of interesting stuff gone through, but that was okay. You know, I like Ayla. I love her little family with Jondala and their baby John Ayla and their horses and the wolf, and I really like the relationship that Ayla has with Zell and Donnie, because they were able to form a nice friendship even though Zell and Donnie was who Jondala wanted to originally get with. Like, all that, you know, that was all good. But I was still feeling a bit frustrated, and I was like halfway through thinking, when is the plot of this book like going to start? Are we just going to look at caves for like the finale? So I went online and I read a blurb, a summary of the book, and I am heartbroken because I read the end of it. I'm going to talk about some spoilers. I'll keep the word spoilers up here for the whole time so that you can then stop if you don't want to read the spoilers. But John Delight, who is this amazing character who went through, in his backstory, he had some character growth from a young adult to an adult, and then during the books where we follow him without Ayla and with his brother, he has some character growth. And then Ayla and John Dolla's main conflict in the third book is that Ayla sleeps with another man, and John Dolla is really upset because he just wants her. And so that's alright, you know, there's a kind of an excuse for it, even though I was kind of upset at Ayla at the time, but like there's a cultural difference between the two that they had to talk about to get together, and they're deciding, great, okay, communication is what we want to keep our marriage alive. And in this book, he cheats on her with none other than his ex, who is a vindictive bitch. Oh my god. When I read that, I have not felt so upset about that kind of transgression. Like, I don't know, like, I kind of really looked up to John Dolla as someone who is, like, good looking and strong and brave and talented, but also, like, wise, and he's humble because he's been through some shit and he hasn't been perfect. And he just... Why? I don't understand how, like, he knows what it feels like, because they went through that in that book. And they nearly lost each other because of it. Why? It's behind me on the floor because I was so cross that I threw it. When was this book written? 2011. A book that was published in 2011. I know it's about prehistoric people. I get that. But it's just, it's so out of John Dolla's character. And he doesn't even realize, like, it's not, like, and it was going on for a really long time. And I am heartbroken. I really loved the first 3 books in this series. And then the 4th one was a little bit boring, but the end was fantastic. And then the 5th one was pretty good because they got married and had their baby. And now, like, this is the finale. I did dog-ear this page where I stopped because I think maybe at like the end of the year or something like that, I'll pick up and read like the finale, because I do want to finish the series. Like, I want to finish it out. I want to get to the final bit. I feel shocked and hurt at the moment, so I just need to take a bit of time, read my Harry Potter again to get through the shock and hurt. Now, in other news, I think I'm also going to DNF The Name of the Wind. I'm just not in the mood. I don't know. I never want to pick it up. I really don't. So I don't think I'm going to return it. I think I'm just going to stop reading it for now and read something else, or just take the pressure off. I'm going to go because I'm just going to keep repeating myself. You guys, look. My TBR shelf is the same number as my abandoned shelf. How exciting. Hey guys, Friday morning I did decide to pick this up again. I was really curious about Ayla. I want to see how Ayla goes. I want to finish her journey because I love her and I have always loved her. And we've gone into some more spiritual stuff, but my camera's shaking, I'm sorry. I need like a little mini stand. I've got like my big ring light that's like in my room. I need like a little mini one for the coffee table. There's still a lot more of the book left. So I've skipped ahead from where I was before. I'm pretty confident that I'm actually going to stream through a lot of these pages, hopefully over the weekend, and then I can finish it up sometime next week. I was actually going to do a June wrap-up with this DNF and another DNF, but obviously I'm not DNFing this yet. Happy Friday, everyone. Hey, everybody. Friday afternoon, I got a parcel from Book Depository. I have ordered something, but I'm going to do an unboxing in this vlog because I never get to do any. Oh! Redemption in Indigo by Karen Lord. Yay! The story is about a woman named Pama who has a horrible husband, and when she finally leaves him for good, she actually attracts something that has like magical, like someone that knows how to control magical powers, not like Harry Potter powers, but they, what does it say? Allows her to manipulate the subtle forces of this world. She gets given something called the Chaos Stick. So I'm kind of really interested to see what this is going to be like. It looks really quite quick and short, which is awesome, but I really love the cover. It's like so folksy and adorable, and I'm really excited. And I have not heard anything about this book before, but it's one of the ones that I picked to haul after I decided to get rid of some other books on my shelf that I wasn't as interested in. So I'm excited for this one. Hey everybody, it is Saturday night. I'm on my bedroom floor, sitting in front of my mirror. I thought that might be kind of cool. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I've spent like the past, probably like 5 minutes ago, but I've spent 10 minutes fairly recently crying my eyes out over this damn book. I don't know what page I'm up to at all, but it's really frustrating when an author takes two characters that you love dearly and mutilates them. Not like physically in the book, but so this is the 6th book in the series, and we had character growth at book 3 for this particular issue. And not only has the author gone back on it so that they've done the same issue again, but she's even made me have to sit through the main character's internal dialogue and everybody else's thoughts and opinions, that what the other person did wasn't actually wrong, and that it's acceptable, and giving him all these excuses under the sun as to why he did it and why the main character shouldn't be upset. And I am not about that. But what makes it even more frustrating, so I feel like I was already, as you guys know, I was already upset over what happened, and I feel like I still could have dealt with that, even though I wasn't happy about it, if he had have been made to accept his mistakes and to learn from them, and that everybody else thought that too. I'm finding it really hard to, I don't know if I'll finish the book or not. I mean, I know I said that before, that I was DNFing it and then I picked it up again. I feel like it's not even the character's fault that their decisions that they have made that have led them to this point, they wouldn't have made them, I don't think. I feel like Gina Marul has done a great injustice to these characters putting them through this, because, and maybe I'm missing some of the foreshadowing, I don't know, because I did skip quite a few pages because I didn't want to read all the descriptions about the caves, and I just skipped ahead to when this thing happened. I mean, you know this, you're listening to this reading vlog, so you know this. I hate that this is the finale, that this is the last book in the series, and this is how she decided to end it. Like, why? I don't understand. So this is officially the 2nd book that has made me sob, and I'm kind of proud. Poor Daniel was like playing Xbox and he's hearing me being like, "Arr!" and like saying that I'm so angry, and then I threw the book onto the floor, and then I started crying. And he comes over and stops his game and unplugs his headset and he comes over to me and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "It's the book." Oh, like, I know that she is a good author, because if I didn't care about the characters, I wouldn't be this upset. But I feel like she's a bad author in this book, because if she was really good, she wouldn't have done this to the characters. There are ways to have tension in a relationship that don't include rehashing the miscommunication trope. It's just, yeah. Oh my gosh. This vlog has been a whirlwind for something that I didn't think was going to be that interesting. Oh man. So I'm going to go to bed now because I'm meeting up with a friend tomorrow morning. But before that, I'm going to wake up. So it's like 10:40 or something now. And then I've got to wake up at 10 to 6 in the morning because Sam at Thoughts on Tome is doing a Patreon exclusive live show. And I want to do that one. And it'll be Sunday morning for me, so that's okay. And then after that, I'm meeting a friend at the beach. I mean, yeah, it's bed, so I'm not exhausted for all that. I probably should go and put on a load of washing as well because I haven't done that today. I have no work clothes for the rest of the week. Hey everybody, it's Monday night about 5:30. I just wanted to do a quick update before I start making dinner. It's a bit earlier than what I normally do, but I'm so hungry that I just want to eat everything. So I just wanted to say that I've officially finished The Land of Pain and Games by Jean M. Auel. This is the last book in the Earth's Children's series, number 6. I have marked it as finished, which is not always what I do when I DNF'd this book and then I picked it back up, and I've ended up marking it finished because I've read enough of it. And I also went and read like the last page to see like how everything ended. So I feel like I have earned the badge to have completed this book. I think I'll be unhauling it, sadly, because it just wasn't. I'm going to keep the rest of the series, but I don't think there's anything in this book that I would like to reread. I still want to keep the rest of the series because I love Ayla and Jondala. I just feel like I don't know what she was doing with this one. But that's my quick check-in. I'm now going on to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire again, so I can completely concentrate on that one. I'm really hoping to smash it out by at least next week. I'm up to about page 200. I'm not sure how many pages it is because it's illustrated, but we'll see. I'm hopefully going to be reading a lot more than what I was with this because Harry Potter is really easy to consume. But I think I might do reading vlogs Wednesday to Tuesday in a fortnight, because Wednesday is when I generally put out a new video, and I feel like that'd be a nice, reading vlogs are a nice mid-week one because they're really easy to do and they're something that I can sort of edit as we're going along and then just piece together the last things, though I don't know how this one's gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'll chat to you guys again later. Hey guys, it is Tuesday morning. I think it's like the 7th or the 8th of July, but I'll put it up there. I just want to quickly do this to round out the vlog. I'm up to Goblet of Fire at the moment. I think I'm up to page 266, I believe. They're at the Yule Ball, which is really nice. Kind of realizing a few more things about the Goblet of Fire that I didn't see when I was younger, particularly in relation to Spew and how much the elves have been taught over generations to love to serve people, and the fact that Dobby, because he had such shit masters and because Harry talked to him a lot and didn't understand like the world, how elves were supposed to be treated in the wizarding world, he was able to teach Dobby to have like a better life. It's really nice that Dumbledore wants to pay Dobby, that's so cool, and offered him more money than what Dobby wanted. But that's sort of just an interesting thing that I guess like sometimes how cycles of abuse can be like a generational and a race thing, and I think that's what the house elves are showing, that like, I mean, I don't know how it goes forth in the wizarding world from here, like when Hermione gets elected Minister of Magic, and how like, I don't really know, because at this time the elves are really happy with their working conditions and everything like that, but it kind of like makes you think, well, are they happy with them because they don't know any better and they haven't been taught to dream? And like, that's such an interesting thought process that way. I also think it's really unfair for Harry to have the pressure as a 14-year-old to pick a date for the Yule Ball as opposed to everybody else who is 17 or older and he has to lead it and dance and everything like that. And it's nice that he tells Pavati that she looks nice, runs an absolute git. I stopped reading this morning halfway through the Yule Ball, so I think the champions have, I don't think have danced yet, but we've seen Hermione all dressed up and looking lovely, so that's really interesting. But I'm gonna go because this is already 2 minutes long and my reading vlog is already so much longer than I thought it was gonna be. My aim for the next one is to be reading another book. I want to finish the Goblet of Fire within the next fortnight so that I can start reading another book. Thanks everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Expect more in the future because I really love doing them. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.